Hi everyone, welcome to Iconic Chemistry classes. In this video, I am going to discuss halogenation of alkanes. So halogenation of alkanes. Halogenation means like chlorination, bromination. Yeah. So what is halogenation? Replacement of hydrogen by halogen. Generally, it undergoes free radical mechanism. Yeah, just look at the reaction. CH4 reaction with halogen in the presence of sunlight, you will get haloalkane plus HX. So here what happened? Replacement of H radical by X radical. You will get like this. Clear? Yeah. So this is the reactivity order. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So which is more reactive? Fluorine is more reactive, whereas iodine is very less reactive. But this is explosive nature. With iodine, one problem is that this is very less reactive and reversible reaction. So ultimately what I want to say is chlorine and bromine. These two are common halogenation reactions. Yeah. So chlorination and bromination very common. Major and minor products depends on percentage of yield. Yeah. So how to find a percentage of yield? There is a one formula. Relative yield by total yield into 100. So actually relative yield is very important. Relative yield formula. Relative reactivity into number of identical hydrogens. Relative yield equal to relative reactivity into number of identical hydrogens. Increase the percentage of yield means that is the major product. Decrease the percentage of yield means that is minor product, which means decrease the majority. Yeah. The relative reactivity increase the percentage of yield, which means increase the majority. Clear? Yeah. Next, with chlorine, relative rate of substitution 3 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree. This is the rate of substitution. But here one important point is there. 3 degree 5 times, 2 degree 3.8 times, 1 degree 1 time. This is the relative rate. With bromine, relative rate of substitution 3 degree as usual greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree. But 3 degree is very powerful. 1600 times rate of reactivity. Next to 2 degree 82 times, 1 degree 1 time. Yeah. So one question. Which is major product? Chlorine. When propane react with chlorine, you will get two possibilities. One chloropropane, two chloropropane. For suppose in examination, if they ask how many monochlorinated products possible for propane, what is the answer? Two products. This is one product, this is another product. So out of two, which is major product? That is completely depends upon relative yield. So what is the formula for relative yield? Relative reactivity into number of identical hydrogens. Clear? Na? Yeah. So there are 6 primary hydrogens. And primary one time relative rate one time, which means 6 into 1, 6. Next to 2 degree hydrogens. How many 2 degree hydrogens here? 2. So relative rate is 3.8. So 3.8 into 2. You will get 7.6. Clear? Na? Actually here no need to find a percentage of yield. Clear? Na? So increase the relative yield means definitely that is the major product. If they ask percentage, then only you can use percentage of yield formula. Actually no need. Clear? Na? So primary hydrogens 6 relative rate. Next relative yield. Primary hydrogen 6 relative yield. Secondary hydrogen 7.6. So definitely here 2 degree is the major product. Better to observe it. 6 plus 7.6, so total yield 13.6. For suppose if you substitute primary hydrogen percentage of yield 6 by 13.6. 6 means relative yield by total yield 13.6 into 100. You will get 44 something. Next to 2 degree hydrogen percentage of yield 7.6 by 13.6 into 100. You will get 55.8 and something. Clear? So secondary is major product. Clear? Na? Yeah. So tell me what I told you, students. No need to find percentage of yield until they ask percentage. Yeah, next one. This is the 2-methyl propane. 2-methyl propane react with the chlorine in the presence of sunlight. As usual, you will get to 2 monochlorinated products. This is one and this is one. Out of two, which is major? But actually here, to think like this is major product. But this is wrong. This is major product. सब लोग क्या सोचते हैं ये मेजर होते बोल के सोचते but this is the wrong answer, students. This is the right answer. How? As usual, you just go with relative yield. That's it. So first, there are 9 primary hydrogens. So then 9 into 1, you will get 9. Relative rate 9. Next, tertiary hydrogens only 1. 1 into 5. 5. That's it. What I told you, increase the relative yield, increase the percentage of yield. So primary hydrogen is more. This is primary. अगर डाउट है तो तुम काउंट करो ఒకవేళ డౌట్ ఉంటే చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు percentage of yield equal to 9 by 14 into 100 64%, whereas 3 degree hydrogen percentage of yield 5 by 14 into 100 you will get only 36%. Clear? Yeah. So this is the way to find major and minor product. Clear? So as usual, with methyl cyclopentane gives how many monochlorinated products? 3 products. 1, 2, 3. Out of 3, which is major? This is major. How? Just go with relative yield. So primary hydrogen relative yield is 3. Secondary hydrogen relative yield is 13.4. Whereas 3 degree hydrogen relative yield 5. Increase the relative yield, increase the majority. Clear ना? Yeah. अगर तुम सब्स्टिट्यूट किया तो भी आंसर मालूम होता है बट सब्स्टिट्यूट करने का जरूरत नहीं. Clear? Yeah. Same question with Br2. 3 degrees major. Here one important logic is there. With bromine, no need to find relative yield, no need to find percentage of yield. Always 3 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree. This is the majority order. Why? Because 3 degree relative rate is 1600 times. 2 degree 82 times. This is the logic, students. So मैं क्या बोल रहा है अच्छे से सुनो. क्लोरिनेशन पूछा तो फार्मूला यूज करो, ब्रोमिनेशन पूछा तो यूज करने का जरूरत नहीं. क्लियर ना? Always 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree. Whereas chlorination, you just go with relative yield. Increase the relative yield, increase the rate of reactivity. Clear? Yeah. So this is very, very important. What is important? This is important. With chlorine, 3 degree 5 times, 2 degree 3.8 times, 1 degree 1 time. This is highly important. Clear? Na? Yeah. That's it, students.